In the last 50 years, Toyota has come to absolutely dominate the car market. The brand makes best-in-class econoboxes, trucks, SUVs, and minivans. The Lexus badge goes toe-to-toe with Germany's finest. And for us enthusiasts, they're firing on all cylinders thanks to Gazoo Racing. But when it comes to the ultra luxury, competing with the Rolls Royces, the Aston Martins, Bentleys, and Maybachs of the world, Toyota has always steered clear. Until now. You see, there's some breaking news. Thanks to Forbes, a Toyota executive let slip that not only is the new Toyota Century coming to foreign markets, including North America, but that the Century name will be transitioned into its own brand that will sit above Lexus in terms of luxury and exclusivity. The lineup will include the ultra-luxe 400-plus horsepower SUV that will get the Bentley Bentayga, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and everything Land Rover makes quaking in their boots. It's slated to simply be called the Century. And alongside it would live a four-door sedan version that might be based on the same architecture, and it will be called the Century Sedan. But it's got a price tag to match. We're talking a starting price of $170,000, or more like $220 once it's optioned out. So cool, Toyota is looking to go compete in the ultra luxury market, but it begs the question, why? Well, it could be that they've dominated everywhere else for so long that they've gotten bored. It's really the only place left for them to grow. You see, in the 80s and 90s, Toyota got serious about taking over the automotive world. They started with the simple econobox and iterated on the formula until they had the industry's leading product. Then, they applied the same winning recipe to basically every other category of car. The humble Camry went on to topple the Ford Taurus, ending its 6-year run as the best-selling car in America. Heck, Toyota chased Ford out of making sedans altogether. It's just the Mustang, the F-Series pickups, and SUVs now. In the 90s, Toyota took on the billion-dollar gamble and developed a whole car, a whole brand to not only take on Mercedes-Benz and BMW, but beat them at their own game. Cut to a few decades later, and they are solidly locked in the luxury market. They completely changed the truck and SUV market, and today build more of them than anyone else. And they even took on the supercar world with the LFA, a car that got slept on when it was launched, and now it's made of pure unobtainium. Now, real quick, while you probably won't ever own an LFA, you can own this limited edition Ideal T. Follow the link down in the description below and jump on this deal soon. It is a limited run. And for a company that's built quote-unquote boring cars for decades, today Toyota is doing more for enthusiasts than every other brand out there. We all grew up dreaming of a Mark IV Supra. Then there was the Scion brand positioned as the entry point for enthusiasts. And now that we're all older, the GR is the sub-brand we've all graduated to. The FRS is now the GR86. The GR Corolla is a hot hatch inspired by rally fighters of the past. And the GR Supra made all our dreams come true with a 3-pedal option. Heck, even the Tacoma is keeping a 3-pedal option for its newest generation. But there's one category that Toyota has never really competed in until now, the world of ultra premium cruisers. Except, hold on, come here, I gotta tell you a secret. That's not actually true. You've probably just never seen their ultra premium rides because they've always been reserved for the home market. See, the Century has been the creme de la creme of the Toyota lineup in Japan as far back as 1967, a car fit for prime ministers, dignitaries, and the ultra wealthy. Historically, one of the 12 cylinders designed to be driven by a chauffeur while you enjoy the lap of luxury in the back. And today, if you straight pipe it, sounds like angels singing. And for decade after decade, it's been the most stylish and primo ride in all of Japan. In 2023, Toyota unveiled the first ever Century SUV. Built on the shared platform with the Grand Highlander and the Lexus TX, this new Century is big, it's beefy, and ready to absolutely cradle you in comfort. Its magic suspension ensures complete stability and minimal body roll, even when changing lanes at 100+ miles per hour. As for the drivetrain, it seems they took a page out of Rolls Royce's old playbook and whipped up a powertrain that's, well, we'll call it adequate. It serves up 259 ICE ponies from the V6 engine, 180 electrified ponies from a motor hooked up to the front wheels, and 107 more Lightning ponies from the second motor hooked up to the rear wheels for good measure. In all, you get 406 Lightning combined horses in your stable, putting power down to all 4 wheels. And it is a full-on plug-in hybrid, which is cool, right? And with that, the version we're all most interested in is the boutique concept version driven by none other than Akio Toyoda himself. It's the German Century, aka the Gazoo Racing Meister of Nürburgring. And das ist gut, yeah? So you know it's gonna come with upgraded suspension, extra aero, and a whole bag of other tricks I'm sure we'll learn about very, very soon. As for the sedan, its latest was launched in 2018. But sadly, it no longer has 12 cylinders. Instead, it's a V8 hybrid system good for 425 horses. In the interior, it's more premium than my Spotify subscription. Boutique leathers, fancy wool, screens, climate control magic. You name it, as soon as you climb in it, pretty much all your problems just melt away. So why is this such great news for buyers of ultra premium rides? Well, I'm glad you asked, because basically the worst part about owning a Bentley or a Rolls is worrying about the things that go wrong. That said, if you've already got one, paying a fortune to get it repaired probably isn't a big deal. But having your Chariot sit in the repair shop? The indignity. Yeah, but Toyota's take on extreme luxury? Well, you know they're gonna bring their unparalleled reliability. It might be a bit of an uphill battle to get A-list celebs and rappers to swap their German and British steel for something from Japan. You know, badge credit and all that. But it's not like the Century brand is coming from nothing. At least it's got lineage. Not that it even really matters. I mean, Lexus was spawned out of thin air, and look at it today. If it all goes to plan, Toyota will be hitting on virtually every automotive market there is in this world, including the supercar and hypercar space. Because yes, you heard me right. The other big news here is that the LFA successor is already in the works. And the plan is for it to be an EV with 3 pedals. Now, how will that work exactly? Well, nobody but the genius engineers at Lexus really know. Well, and maybe Trav, you know what? I bet Trav does know. But we are stoked to see it when it comes out. And the news, well, it doesn't stop there. Hot on the heels of the Century sub-brand announcement also comes this titillating little tidbit. Toyota just copyrighted GR GT3 in Europe and has plans to bring the GT3 race car to the 24-hour Le Mans in addition to their world-beating hybrid prototypes. But you see, the GT3 category is very strict about how cars can enter. One of those stipulations is there must be a certain number of road-going street legal cars built and sold that the race car is based on. They must be homologated, which means something like this could be headed down our streets with a license plate on it in the near future. Toyota's march to total automotive dominance continues. And what do you think? Will the Century ever carry the same level of cash as the Bentley or Rolls does in the US? Let us know in the comments below. Also, keep it liked, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell if you're new here. And have you noticed that we have a couple more channels? I'll link to them in the first comment below. Yeah, we have one about new cars called Ideal Cars, and we have one that only features shorts if your attention span is as short as mine. And if you enjoyed this vid, check out this Ideal vid up here, or whatever YouTube recommends you watch next down here. I'm Brad the Financial Cowboy. This is Ideal, and promise me one thing: keep living the ideal lifestyle.